Hi, my name's Lauren Watkinson, and I'm a teacher in an elementary therapeutic intervention program on the coast of Maine. I'm also the mom to 4 amazing kids, ages 8 to 14. I hope you enjoy watching my National Geographic Educator Certification Capstone project. All right, what is an estuary? Raise your hand if you think you know what it is. Don't say it out loud, just raise your hand. I started the lesson by defining an estuary as an area where a freshwater river or stream meets the ocean. Students were then given visual examples of estuaries found locally, regionally, and globally, and asked to describe the similarities and differences. During this discussion, students were able to make connections to National Geographic's teaching about the world. The lesson continued with additional information about the physical attributes of estuaries, helping shape students' geological perspectives. In preparation for an upcoming field trip, students assembled a field guide. Using the printed companion slide presentation, students cut and glued the information they learned from the lesson, What is an Estuary? This information included the definitions for the 5 different types of estuaries and a glossary of estuary terminology. Later, students would add more information after they completed the second lesson, Why are estuaries important? This activity engaged students in the explorer mindset from the National Geographic's learning framework, expanding their knowledge of wildlife and wild places. Students were shown 2 videos about how the human world and natural world connect through estuaries, providing the foundational blocks for an ecological perspective. During this lesson, students learned about the important role an estuary plays in the natural and human worlds, along with the human-related environmental risks estuaries face. Students were given an overview of the trophic levels in an estuary food web, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Yes, Rachel?
So if you were going to fish somewhere what if you were fishing in an estuary? Are you allowed to do that?
Yes. Yep.
Because I wonder if like a fish, like in the estuary how they, like it's a sponge for salt.
Yeah.
What if the fish eat the salt? Mm-hmm. And then isn't the salt bad for people?
So Rachel brings up an excellent point. Using the National Geographic Map Maker Kit, students pieced together a tabletop map of the world. Along with charting a local estuary in their area, students were asked to locate and chart 11 additional estuaries worldwide. Students used Google Maps as their primary resource for researching the estuary locations. In the final stage of this activity, students drew connecting lines from their location to the remaining 11 estuaries. This activity engaged students in the explorer mindset from the National Geographic's learning framework by honing their skills in observation and collaboration. Aligning with National Geographic's Get Outside theme, students were excited to explore at the Rachel Carson National Wildlife Refuge and the Wells National Estuary Reserve. During these field trips, students were able to make observations and document their experiences and findings in the unused pages of their field guides. Students first explored in a small teacher-led group which frequently stopped at marked points of interest and prompted students to share their observations. The use of binoculars helped foster the students' increasing curiosity. At the second location, students were encouraged to utilize their autonomy and explore independently. During this self-paced hike, students chose to spend an extended amount of time on the beach at the mouth of the estuary. Over the course of 4 miles, students observed a variety of wildlife. Most notably were the piping plover tracks and their feathers. Throughout this entire project, students have immersed themselves in the explorer mindset from the National Geographic's learning framework and have demonstrated attitudes of curiosity, skills in observation, and knowledge of wildlife and wild places.